Welcome to the Dogfather's Barbecue YouTube channel. I'm the Dogfather. So hey guys, if you're new here, consider clicking on that logo down there so that you can become part of what I call the Dog Pound. And if you're already part of the Dog Pound, yo Dog Pound, what's up? Hey, today, what are we gonna talk about? We're talking beef ribs, baby. Beef ribs. So if you're interested in seeing how the Dogfather does beef ribs, stay tuned. We're about to go ahead and get into this. All right? You with it? Let's get it. So let's talk beef ribs. So today I got a rack of beef ribs from Matador Prime Steak. I'm going to put their information down below so you can check them out. And as always, hey, if you're part of my Dog Pound, I'll put a code down there that you can use at your checkout in your cart for Matador Prime Steak. You get 10% off your first purchase. So definitely something you might want to check out. But anyway, I got this rack of beef ribs here from, like I said, Matador Prime Steak we're going to do today. So we're going to get them cut out of the bag here. And basically, man, whenever you get products from Matador Prime Steak, they'll be vacuum sealed and shipped on dry ice. And man, I mean, it comes to you beautifully packaged and well done. So this is what we got, guys. It's a pretty good looking rack of beef ribs here. This is what you call the plate ribs. It's got 3 bones in it there, if you can see. 1, 2, 3. It's got a little fat cap here on top. And basically we're gonna start this thing off by removing some of this fat cap off of here. We don't really need all of this fat that's on here, and definitely not the silver skin, so we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get this beautiful meat exposed here. You can just see the striations of fat throughout that meat, man. It looks good. So tell you what, guys, I'm going to continue working on getting this fat taken off of this rack of ribs here, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute, all right? Now we got the fat cap kind of trimmed back. I'm happy with them. I'm not going to get too super aggressive with it today, but I got enough of that fat off of there. And man, you can see it's got some really good striations throughout the meat there. So you got plenty of fat within this meat that's going to flavor this thing, keep it nice and moist. So that's what we're going to roll with. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use Worcestershire sauce there for the binder. W sauce, because I don't really know if that's exactly how you say it, but yeah, W sauce everybody knows. So we're going to put some W sauce on it here. And then today, we're using good old salt and pepper. I literally have maybe a 50-50 blend of kosher salt and restaurant grade ground black pepper. And so that's what we're going to put on here. I'm not going to go too heavy there on the back side, but you know, hey, get something in there. And then we're going to do the meat side here. Again, Worcestershire for the binder. Salt and pepper, baby. Make sure we get the ends there. And we're just going to pat this in. Remember, guys, we're never going to rub because you end up getting uneven seasoning all of your meat. So we're always going to pat the seasoning in. And I think we're good. Alright guys, so hey, we got our beef ribs seasoned up and they're ready for the pit. So what are we going to do now? We're going to let them hang out. We'll let them hang out here, get a little sweat on. It'll probably take us 10 or 15 minutes, maybe 20. And while that's doing that, I'm going to go fire up the pit. And once we're ready, I'll bring you back. We'll put them on the pit. We'll get this smoke going, alright? Beef ribs, baby. Stay tuned. Hey, alright, so we're at the pit. We got our ribs seasoned up and they're ready to go on. And today, we're going to use the Yoder YS640. It's kind of a rainy day today, so I'd like to be under the comforts of my porch here and stay dry. So again, we're going to use our Yoder YS640 today. We're going to roll it at 275 degrees, and today I'm going to be using some pecan pellets. All right, so let's get these ribs on, guys. I'm just going to place these guys right in the middle here. And ribs are on. So while we've got these ribs going on the pit, we're gonna go put together our spritz today. And man, I'm gonna make a very simple spritz, and I'll show you guys how we're gonna get that going. All right, dog pound. So we're gonna put together a spritz for these ribs. And I know a lot of times people always use the apple cider vinegar and apple juice, you know, that type of thing. Well, today I'm gonna do something a little different. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm gonna do here. We're actually gonna use some beef broth. So we're gonna use a mixture of beef broth and some hot sauce today. Just because, you know what, I like the way the beef broth gives that beefy flavor, and you know, I like my stuff a little spicy sometimes, so we're gonna put a little hot sauce in there. And today I'm using Texas Pete's. You know, my absolute favorite hot sauce is Frank's, because you know we put that on everything. But hey, I didn't have any today. We're just gonna use some Texas Pete hot sauce and some beef broth. We got that put in our little sprayer here. And man, just like that, it's ready to go. So that's how we're gonna do our spritz today, guys. So we got it put together just like that. So we're just gonna let these ribs keep doing what they do, let the smoke keep rolling, and when it's time to go ahead and spritz them, I'll bring you back in. All right, see you then. All right, gang. So hey, we've been rolling along here with these beef ribs on the Yoder for about an hour and a half or so. So I think it's time for us to check them. And if it looks like they're ready, we're gonna go ahead and start spritzing them. All right, let's take a look. So they're looking pretty good there, but I do think it's gonna be time for us to go ahead and spritz these guys. So there we go. They're spritzed, and we're gonna keep them rolling. All right, so we got them spritzed, and hey, they're put back in and got the lid closed. We're gonna keep it rolling, guys. All right, bring you back in a while. All right, so it's been another hour since we last checked our ribs, and that puts us at about 2.5 hours into this cook. So let's go ahead and take a look at these ribs and see if we need to spritz them again. All right, let's take a look. So they're looking pretty good here, but I do think we're going to need to go ahead and spritz again. So let's go ahead and get that done, guys. And we'll let it keep going. Alright, so we just spritzed again, and we'll let it keep going. Again, we're rolling at 275, and hey, I'll bring you guys back in a little while. Alright guys, hey, it's been another hour here since we last checked on the ribs, so we're going to check them now. This puts us at about 4 hours into this cook or so, and so let's take a look. Alright, and so they're looking pretty good. Got a good little bark going there. It's got some pooling, so I know we got some good liquid on there. Still got a ways to go though. They're nowhere near being jiggly like I want them to be. So we're just gonna keep it going, guys. So hey, as I said, you know, this is about 4 hours into it, and we'll just check them again, and they're still looking pretty good, but they still got a ways to go. We got to get that connective tissue to break down a little bit more and render out more of that fat, and man, just get these beef ribs just nice and jiggly. Get it like brisket on a stick. That's what we say down here in Texas. I'm sure everybody says it, but hey, we're proud of that one. So anyway, keep the pig going. I'll bring you back a little later, all right? All right, so we're back. Hey, it's been about five and a half hours or so since we put these beef ribs on, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look now, and hopefully it's about time to get them off, all right? So let's take a look. All right, they're looking pretty good here. I'm gonna get my Thermapen. Poking nice. I think these things are ready to get off of here, guys, so let's go ahead and get them off. Alright, so we're back. We got our ribs off of the pit. They've had a chance to cool off now, and so now we're going to go ahead and cut into them, guys. And just a reminder, these are 3-bone plate ribs that we got from Matador Prime Steak. And again, I'm going to put their information down below so you guys can go down there and check it out. Again, if you're part of the Dog Pound, there'll be a discount code down there that you guys can use in your shopping cart when you visit their website. Get a 10% discount on your first purchase. So let's get into these ribs, guys. They smell really good. Yeah, look at there. Still piping hot. Look at that juice. These are some excellent ribs from Matador Prime Steak. So I don't know if you can see that. Look at that, guys. So let's take a bite. Excellent beef flavor, very juicy, very juicy. These ribs are excellent, man. I tell you, you guys have got to try these ribs. If you haven't tried plate ribs, man, these are the ribs you got to try. Look at that. Look at the bones on this thing, man. You play baseball with these. The smoke right in there. Nice and juicy. Look at that. So, again, we got 3-bone plate ribs from Matador Prime Steak. We seasoned it up with salt and pepper. We put it on the Yoder, ran it at 275, smoked it on some pecan pellets. And this cook took roughly about 5.5 hours. So, fairly simple cook. You just got to have the patience and let it do what it do. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Dogfather's out.